Be honest for a second. Have you ever opened a food delivery app, stared at it for 20 minutes, closed it, and somehow ended up still hungry and slightly disappointed in yourself? If yes, congratulations. You've just experienced consumer disequilibrium. Today we're talking about consumer equilibrium, which is really just a very fancy economics way of saying, I spent my money and I don't regret it afterward. It's that rare moment when your wallet is empty but your heart is full. No guilt, no jealousy, no staring at someone else's plate thinking you made the wrong choice. Now imagine this. You have exactly 500 rupees in your pocket. Not 1 rupee more, not 1 rupee less. You walk into a food street and life suddenly becomes very difficult. On one side there's pizza. On the other side there's ice cream. You want both, obviously, but your money looks at you and says, choose wisely. That painful decision, where you try to get maximum happiness from limited money, is where consumer equilibrium is actually born. Consumer equilibrium simply means a consumer reaches a point where they get the maximum possible satisfaction from the income they have. In normal human language, it means you've spent your money in such a way that you're happy and you're not thinking, I should have bought something else. No regrets. No internal drama. Just peace. That's equilibrium. To explain this, economists invented a concept called utility. Utility is just a measuring scale for happiness. More utility means more satisfaction. Less utility means sadness and deep life reflection. For example, the first slice of pizza feels amazing. The second slice still feels good. The third slice is okay. The fourth slice makes you question your decisions. And the fifth slice makes you consider calling an ambulance. That's diminishing marginal utility. Every extra unit gives you less happiness than the previous one. It's the same with salary. The first salary feels incredible. The second one feels normal. The third one disappears into bills. The fourth one introduces taxes. And by the fifth, you're wondering why you ever grew up. Now here's the core idea behind consumer equilibrium. Economists say a consumer is in equilibrium when the satisfaction they get per unit of money spent is the same for all goods. In textbooks, this shows up as a scary-looking formula, but in real life it just means one simple thing. Happiness per rupee should be equal everywhere you spend. If one item gives you more happiness for the same money, you'll naturally shift your spending toward it. Let's make this painfully real. Suppose you're choosing between a burger that costs 100 rupees and a cold drink that costs 50. The burger gives you 100 units of happiness, and the cold drink gives you 50 units of happiness. When you divide happiness by price, both give you 1 unit of happiness per rupee. That's perfect balance. You buy both, you're satisfied, your stomach is happy, and your soul is at peace. That is consumer equilibrium. But now imagine the burger gives you 120 units of happiness for the same price, while the cold drink only gives you 40 units. Suddenly the burger gives more happiness per rupee. What do? You buy more burgers and fewer drinks. You keep adjusting your choices until happiness per rupee becomes equal again. Economists call this rational consumer behavior. Your friends call it, why didn't you order drinks? For consumer equilibrium to truly exist, 2 things must happen. First, the satisfaction per rupee from all goods must be equal. No item should secretly be giving you more happiness for the same money. Second, you must spend all your income. If you still have money left, it means you could have gained more happiness and equilibrium is broken. Economists do like unused money. Banks, on the other hand, absolutely love it. Now let's be honest for a moment. In real life, we're emotional. We're impulsive. We buy things because they're on sale, not because we need them. So are we always in consumer equilibrium? Absolutely not. But economics assumes we are, because if economists studied real human behavior in detail, the syllabus would never end and everyone would fail. So the next time someone asks you why you spent all your money on food, you can confidently say you were maximizing your utility under budget constraints. And if they still judge you, just tell them you reached consumer equilibrium and they reached jealousy. If this explanation made economics a little less painful, you're doing it right.